Hello. Today we are installing prerequisites for qTest Manager. We are going to start by installing Postgres 9.5. This is a qTest prerequisite and will contain the databases for all of the qTest applications. I am logged in as a root user and it is required to install Postgres. To start, we are going to install some certificate files. We are then going to add another key file. We are going to run additional commands to run the Postgres libraries. Before installing it, make sure you run an update. And then make sure you run apt-get install PostgreSQL and PostgreSQL-contrib. It will not work if you install just PostgreSQL. Once PostgreSQL is done installing, go ahead and log in as the Postgres user by typing su-postgres. To log in to the terminal, click pSQL. We are going to use the root user for this demonstration, but you are able to create another user using the create_user command. A default user in Postgres does not have a password, so we're going to create a password by typing \password. We are going to give it a simple password of root. Note that qTest is incompatible with certain special characters in the password, such as the $sign or question mark. We're going to be creating 4 databases, one for qTest Manager, one for sessions, one for parameters, and one for pulse/scenario. We first create the one for qTest Manager. Then sessions. Then pulse, which will also be for scenario. And then lastly for parameters. And then we'll run \l to list the active databases. And you can see them there. Go ahead and run \q to quit, and then exit to log back into root. We will need to modify some configuration files to ensure that qTest is operable with Postgres. The first file we're going to have to modify is the pghba.conf file. This file will handle how Postgres allows communications into its databases. To modify the pghba.conf file, run a search on it first by typing find/-name, and then in quotes type pghba.conf. Grab the location and edit it. Go down to the IPv4 section and put in a new entry below host. We'll type in host, then tab, then all, then tab twice, then all again, and this is where you input the IP address that will be allowed communication. For this test, we're just going to accept all communication by typing 0.0.0.0, but if you want to limit it to a connection, you could do, for example, 10.1.1.1, and then the bit mask of 32. This will make sure that only clients on the IP address 10.1.1.1 will be able to access the database. But for this case, we are just going to do 0.0.0.0 and set the MD5 method. We will go ahead and save. And now we will do the same thing for the PostgreSQL file. We will open up the one in the main folder. We will scroll down to the listen address property. We can remove the # and switch localhost to a star. This will just ensure that qTest and other applications are able to access Postgres. Of course, you could limit this to just an IP address, but for this instance, we are going to just allow it for everything. So at this point, we are going to have to restart the Postgres service. To do that, I will go ahead and run a command to look at the list of services to get the Postgres name. So we can see here that it's simply called PostgreSQL.service. We'll go ahead and run systemctl stop PostgreSQL, systemctl start. And then we'll go ahead and run the same command with the status to confirm it's back up successfully. And we see a successful startup. This concludes the installation of Postgres. Please check the next video for how to install Elasticsearch and how to further install qTest 9.7.1. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the Tricentis Academy channel to get the latest tips and tricks and user tutorials to help you best utilize Tricentis' continuous testing platform. For more information, please click the links in the description.